And so on to our next, which comes from Milo. Hello, Milo.
Hello. Does the fact that the Northern Ireland Protocol is having to be renegotiated prove that Johnson's Brexit deal was not in fact oven ready?
Thank you for your question, Milo. We know that Rishi Sunak has been in Northern Ireland, meeting some of the political parties there, ostensibly paving the way for some changes to the Northern Ireland Protocol, which, for those who haven't been following this debate as closely as some in this audience, I suspect, is the part of the Brexit deal that deals with trade between Great Britain, Northern Ireland and the rest of the EU. So Milo's question was, does the fact it's having to be renegotiated prove that Johnson's Brexit deal was not oven ready? Rocco Forte, you were a big Brexit supporter.
Yeah, I heard about the Brexit deal being Boris Johnson had to rescue a situation left behind by Theresa May. What she'd negotiated was a complete disaster. The only way to get a Brexit deal of some kind on trade was to deal with the Irish backstop. And this is how the protocol came about. It was not supposed to be a permanent thing. It was there to be then negotiated later. And it's quite a ridiculous situation. If it wasn't Northern Ireland, it was Cambridgeshire or Yorkshire, and you had border posts as you cross the county lines. We'd all be up in arms because it's across the water and it's Northern Ireland. No one pays any attention to it. The reality is, it's all about the border between Northern Ireland and the Republic. It's perfectly easy and perfectly possible to have goods crossing crossing the border without physical barriers.
You mean the land border?
The land border, yes. And through mutual enforcement. And that effectively you reverse the process that usually happens. Each country polices its exports, and there are big fines if people misbehave. The actual trade between Northern Ireland and the Republic is tiny in comparison to trade from Britain across to Northern Ireland and to the Republic. So it's a completely unnecessary situation. The European Union have been very difficult about this and have taken advantage of us. There was a bill going through Parliament which unfortunately which allowed us to unilaterally leave the protocol, which has been stopped, which it should have continued while negotiations were progressing to bring pressure on the European Union. It's completely ridiculous that part of this country should be subject to European laws and regulations and subject to the European Court of Justice.
But hang on, just to the essence of what I think the essence is of Milo's question is that we're still talking about this. We're now in 2023 and the referendum was in 2016. We're still talking about this now and it is still unresolved, this issue. So doesn't that prove the point that what Boris Johnson said was never the case?
No, but the awful thing about the idea of Brexit, that we leave and everything changes, is never correct. The whole point of leaving the European Union was to do something with it. So far, the successive governments we've had have done nothing with it. They haven't changed any laws. They haven't liberalised the economy. They haven't reduced taxes. All the things they could have done, they haven't done. And the only good thing that's happened, there are 500 laws and regulations which have been passed in Europe since we've left, which we haven't had to import into this country.